Alright, let's talk about why the final stage of the 2026 Tour de Pologne might be the most chaotic time trial you'll see all year. Imagine a 12.4 kilometers individual time trial that starts with a 5.7% climb right out the gate. Sounds like a sprinter's nightmare, right? But here's the kicker. This isn't just about power. It's a chess match of pacing, and nearly half the peloton could walk away with it. What makes this even crazier? The top 13 riders are separated by just 38 seconds. That's like lining up a Formula One finale where everyone's within a pit stop of winning. Personally, I think this setup completely flips the script on traditional time trialing. You're not just racing the clock here, you're racing the guy in front of you who might bonk on the climb, or the one behind who's saving gas for the flat finish. It's survival of the fittest, but with a side of poker strategy. Now let's dissect this climb. A 1.7 kilometers ascent at 5.7% might not sound brutal, but in a time trial, that's like asking a drag racer to navigate a mountain road. Riders like Hayter or Rémi Cavagna thrive in these punchy efforts. They're built for explosive accelerations, not the steady drone of a prologue specialist. And here's the thing, even if you're a GC contender like Scaroni, who leads by a razor-thin 3 seconds, you're not just fighting the course. You're fighting your own instincts. Do you go full gas on the climb and risk blowing up later? Or do you meter it out and hope your rivals make mistakes? What this really highlights is how modern cycling is blending time trialing with classic puncher tactics. It's not enough to be fast against the clock. You have to be smart about when you spend your matches. Let's zoom out for a second. This race has come a long way since its 1928 debut, right? Back then, it was a scrappy local event. Now it's a World Tour spectacle, where Jonas Vingegaard and Remco Evenepoel have both left their marks. But what fascinates me is how the Tour de Pologne has carved its niche. It's the anti-gyro. The climbs here aren't endless mountains. They're sharp, technical gut punches. And that identity is why riders like Joao Almeida or Santiago Buitrago keep coming back. They're not here for a procession. They're here to fight. Which brings me to the GC battle. With 38 seconds covering 13 riders, this isn't just a race, it's a pressure cooker. Someone like Finn Fisher-Black, who's 28 seconds back, could still podium if they ride the perfect 12 minutes. And let's not sleep on Ivan Romeo, a TT specialist who's basically built for this exact course. The math checks out. Even a 2% off day for the leaders could hand the podium to an outsider. That's the beauty of a short ITT. It's the great equalizer. But here's a take you might not hear elsewhere. This stage is a litmus test for the future of racing. With Grand Tours squeezing more mountain stages and chopping TTs into bite-sized chunks, is this Pologne finale a preview of cycling's evolving DNA? I'd argue yes. We're moving away from pure time trialing spectacles. Remember the 60 kilometers monsters of the 90s? And toward these hyper-technical, punchy deciders. It's more TV-friendly, sure, but it also rewards a different skill set. Riders like Matteo Sobrero or Magnus Sheffield, who live in the gray area between TT specialist and all-rounder, are the new kingmakers. And let's be real, the salt mine finish isn't just gimmicky tourism. It's a metaphor. Cycling's digging into its roots to create stages that read as much about theater as they are about what's. So when you watch Hayter or Cavagna blast through those tunnels on Sunday, remember, you're not just seeing a time trial. You're watching the sport's evolving soul play out in 12.4 kilometers of chaos.